Good morning, friends. Today I am going to discuss about my new topic, that is leftiest tree and what is a leftiest heap. Right? So before going to discuss about a leftiest tree and leftiest heap, just I would like to remind you that what is actually a heap. So a heap is a complete binary tree where every node is greater than equal to its descendants, that is a max heap. If every node is less than equal to its descendants, that is a min heap. But heap is a complete binary tree, that what we have already discussed in our last class. So here in this class, suppose I want to explain you regarding the operations of a heap. Suppose this is a min heap that I have taken. This node is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 and 5, and here is 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. In my last class I have explained how to represent these nodes in the form of an array. So suppose this is the representation of this tree and this is the representation of this tree. But whenever we are merging these two trees, what we are doing, we are simply copying these two trees into a single array, and we are comparing the root of this with this, and who is lesser, we are putting it in the third array. So suppose here in these two cases I have compared with 1 and 6, 1 is lesser, I have put it here, then 2 and 6, 2 is lesser, then like that I have put it, and after that I have decided which one will be the origin, which one will be the child. How could I decide? Already I told you that you should have to traverse from left to right, and first one will be your child, then who will be the child of this 1th node, that is, if it is in ith index, your indexing starts from suppose 1, if it is in ith index, its child will be at 2i and 2i plus 1, that is in 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 are in like this. So you can represent this after merging these two child, then you can represent this like 4 and 5, and here 6 and 7, and here 8 and 9, and then here 10. So this is the merging. After merging these two heaps, this is the merging. But what is the time complexity it has taken? Because we have to consider the height of this tree, which is log n, we have to consider the height of this tree, which is also again log n. So then finally, to compare n elements, you have to take n log n time for this, you have to take n log n time for this, and total 2n log n. So it can be represented in the form of capital O of n log n. But to how to reduce this merge operation, for that we will go for our leftiest tree. So now today's class, my most important concept is leftiest tree. So leftiest tree, before going to discuss about what is the leftiest tree. So let us suppose I have a tree. So these are my internal nodes, these are my internal nodes, and these are my external nodes. So before going to discuss about the leftiest tree, we should have to know what is a Sx, means any rank of any node. So Sx is actually what? So Sx of any node is the minimum distance from that node to any external node. That is called as the Sx. That means for any node, if you want to calculate the Sx value, you should have to check what is the minimum distance from that node to the external node. Suppose here this is the node and I want to calculate the Sx value of this node. Then Sx value of this node is, this is an external node, this is an external node, this is one distance, this is one distance. So 1 is the minimum distance. So for this node also the Sx value is 1. For this node also Sx value is 1, 2, and this node is 1, and this node is also 2. So now if this is the Sx value, then the definition of the leftiest tree is saying that it is also a binary tree. It is also a binary tree with the following property. What are the property of the leftiest tree? Property number 1 is saying that the Sx value of the left child should be greater than equal to Sx value of right child. If that is the case, then we can say that it is a leftiest tree. I am not saying about what is the leftiest tree, I will tell you in the last. But leftiest tree is the tree in which the Sx value of the left child will be greater than equal to Sx value of the right child. Now you check for any node, what is the Sx value of this node? 1. its child node 0 and its child node 0. So Sx value of its left child is 0 and right child is 0, so greater than equal to, for any node, this node you can consider what is the Sx value of its child, 1, Sx value of its right child, that is also 1, so 1 is greater than equal to 1, that is okay. Second is this node, for this node Sx value of this node is 2 and its child is 2, right child is 1. So Sx value of the left child, if it is greater than the Sx value of the right child, then we called it as a leftiest tree. Understand my points? So the first property of the leftiest tree, this is called as the Sx value of the left child should be greater than equal to Sx value of the right child. This is the basic property of the leftiest tree. The second property is saying that the number of internal node in the subtree with root x is at least 2 to the power Sx minus 1. Now you come to the point, the number of internal node in the subtree. Suppose you are consider any subtree you consider, suppose this subtree you are considering, only for this external node you are considering. Then the number of internal node in the subtree with root x, in this there is no root, there is no subtree, is at least 2 to the power Sx minus 1. So what is the Sx value of this external node? Sx value of this external node is 0. So 2 to the power 0 minus 1, that is 2 to the power 0 minus 1, that is equal to 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. That means the number of internal node for this root x means we are considering this. So for this tree, what is the number of internal node? 0, because there is no subtree here mentioned. So now we will consider the same thing for any other node. Suppose you are considering for this. Now you check that your x is here and you are saying that the second property is the number of internal node in the subtree with root x, this is my subtree, at least 2 to the power Sx minus 1. So this is the Sx value is 1, 2 to the power 1 minus 1, that is that is 1. So how many subtrees are there? So at least one subtree should be there, one child should be there. So for this node, this is here one child, here also one child, so it is saying that at least, so second property is also satisfied. This is one of the property for your leftiest tree. The third property is saying that if the subtree with root x has n internal nodes, then Sx is at most log n plus 1 base 2. So how could we prove this property? Third property I am saying that we have to prove from the second property. Second property, what it is saying? The number of internal node in the subtree with root x is at least 2 to the power Sx minus 1. Already we have proved it. Suppose the number of internal node is n. So if it is saying that at least n equal to at least 2 to the power Sx minus 1, that means at most we can say that n greater than equal to 2 to the power Sx minus 1. Then if you will Sx minus 1, so if you will take this also, this n plus 1 is equal greater than equal to 2 to the power Sx. So if you will take both the side log, so log n plus 1 base 2 is equal to Sx. The third property also we have satisfied. So these are the three property for the leftiest tree. Now again I want to repeat you that what is actually a leftiest tree. Now leftiest tree is a tree which is the Sx value of any node is greater than Sx value of any left child node is greater than equal to Sx value of its right child. That means here also this Sx value is 2, here Sx. So this is called as a example of a leftiest tree. Leftiest tree. So this is the basic fundamental regarding leftiest tree, and these are the property regarding the leftiest tree. Now we will consider about what is actually a leftiest heap. So basic thing I am telling you regarding the difference between a tree and a heap, that here this leftiest tree may or may not be a complete binary tree, but may or may not be a complete binary tree, but its left child Sx value should be greater than the right child Sx value. That is the basic principle. How could I give? I will give you an example. Suppose this is one of my node, this is another node, this is another node, and this is another node, this is another node, and here suppose this is another node. So here if I will represent like this, now you tell me whether it is a leftiest tree, because what is the Sx value of this? Sx value of this is equal to 1. Suppose you have internal node here and internal node here, another internal node, here also internal node, here also, and here also. Suppose you have internal node. Now you can say that suppose this is the Sx value is equal to 1, this is also 1, this is also 1, and this is also 1, and this is also 2 Sx value. So now you can say that this is not a complete binary tree, but it satisfies the property of leftiest tree. What is the property of leftiest tree? Left subtree child Sx value is greater than equal to right subtree child Sx value. So it is satisfying the leftiest tree. So that is why I am telling you all the leftiest tree may or may not be a complete binary tree. But if you want to go for a leftiest heap, what is the additional property? Already I told you that a heap is a complete binary tree, but here it may or may not be a complete binary tree, but here if you are going for leftiest heap, it will satisfy the structural property of the heap. Structural property of the heap is what? That is called as the mean heap property or max heap property. If you are inserting the elements either in a mean heap satisfying the mean heap property, or you are inserting by satisfying the max heap property, then it is called as the structural property. So now if you want to make this node as a leftiest heap, this tree as a leftiest tree, and you have to satisfy the structural property also. If you want to, this is a leftiest tree already I told. Now if you want to make it a leftiest heap, what is the structural property you have to follow? Suppose this is 2, this is 3, and this is 5, and this is suppose 6, this is suppose 7. Then this can be a leftiest heap. This can be a leftiest heap because each node you calculate, the Sx value is greater than equal to its right child Sx value. So that is called as a leftiest heap. But if you want to represent it in the form of a leftiest mean heap, it is not only a leftiest heap, it is a leftiest mean heap. And if you want to explain like that max heap property, then you can write, suppose this is 10, this is 20, this is suppose 35, and this is suppose 40, and this is suppose 50. Then it is called as a, this is called as a mean heap. This is also a mean heap, but if you want to make a max heap, so you can put it like this. Suppose this is 50, this is 20, this is 30, this is 10, this is, you can take 9, this is also a max leftiest heap, maximum leftiest heap. So this is the property regarding the leftiest tree and leftiest heap. Now I would like to say the time complexity regarding normal heap merging is order of log n, log n, but the time complexity for the leftiest heap, is order of n log n, on order of log n only, and that is for your which operation? That is for your merge operation. For merge operation in case of leftiest heap, it is taking log n. For merge operation in case of normal binary heap, it is taking order of n log n. This is reducing time. And in case of deletion also, insertion also, it is taking the same time. Deletion and insertion we will go for our next class. to know about the different operations of the leftiest heap, that is called as the insertion operation, deletion operation, and get mean and merge operation of the leftiest heap. This is all about the concept of leftiest heap for today's class. Thank you all.